They are everywhere. They are so important to our health. Artists have captured their likeness in different ways.
Trillions, trillions of them.
These tripod-looking creatures are called bacteriophage, more commonly known as phage.
There's about 10 times as many phage in our body than there are human cells.
Phage are viruses that live inside the bacteria that live inside of our gut, constantly influencing our state of health or disease.
We cultivate them since the moment that we're born, and we have them all the way until we're dead, and they're just kind of part of life.
Lance Bowling is a molecular biologist and researcher at San Diego State University. Bowling is part of a team experimenting with the idea that feeding these phage common everyday foods could change the landscape of our gut microbiome in what he calls gut sculpting.
And by understanding the effect that these foods are having on our gut microbiota, we can kind of affect our own health in positive ways. I find that really exciting.
He tested 117 consumable items.
Licorice, garlic, ginger, oregano, things like that that you kind of hear that have antimicrobial properties.
Dr. Forrest Rower is a microbial ecologist and biology professor at SDSU who spearheaded the study. He explains how the phage work on bacterial cells.
So these viruses live inside the cells, and every once in a while they get activated, which we call induction, and they jump out and they blow up the cell. The idea of this study was, could we control when do they jump out? And so can we get them to kill a specific set of bacteria?
To test this theory, the researchers first need some phage. And what better place from which to harvest phage than the sewage treatment plant?
It's a great place to find phage, so that's one of the main places that we sample.
And how do you harvest that?
Just with like a little bucket thing. It's not so hard.
They then grow the phage in petri dishes and start feeding them different foods.
See, I did a top drip.
The scientists measure their success by holding up the petri dishes to daylight streaming in from the window.
And that's where the bacteria are being killed by the phages.
With this method, they can see a clearing,
Yeah, that's cool.
indicating where the phage have killed a specific species of bacteria.
A really clear area, and then there's a second clear area.
The cloudy areas are where the bacteria are still growing abundantly.
Well, if you're trying to change the relative numbers of this bacteria versus that bacteria, could you just eat this stuff and do that?
What is most remarkable is the ability to kill certain bacteria without affecting other beneficial bacteria. Researchers believe this could mean the potential for more gentle options without annihilating the entire microbiome, as some antibiotics do.
So you might get rid of your infection that's causing one condition, but then you're opening yourself up for all of these other conditions.
So we want things that will kill this bacteria but not that bacteria. But even better, we'd like to be able to adjust some of these different types of bacteria. So you may not want to kill all of a particular bacteria off, but you want to kill most of them off. So these things would hopefully be able to do that.
They found honey, stevia, neem, and artificial sweeteners to have the most impact on the phage. They also tested toothpaste.
We think you just kind of brush your teeth and spit it out, but maybe some of that residual antimicrobials that are in the toothpaste are affecting our gut microbiota in ways that we're unaware of.
His gut was right. Toothpaste had a strong effect. But before you consume more than your fill of these powerful phage-inducing compounds, there is so much more to learn about these creatures that outnumber our own human cells.
A lot of the foods are surprisingly powerful antimicrobials, and we just don't even realize it.